Okay.
Set?
Yep.
All right. First day of school, very, very close. We need to go over some safety rules, not just for kids, but for drivers and parents as well.
That's right, it's back to school. It's an exciting time for everybody. Kids are excited, and sometimes they're just not paying attention when it comes to the rules of the road and being observant of the high volume traffic that we're going to see on our roadways when school starts.
And just some basic things I remember from when I was a kid. Be careful coming out from between parked cars.
That's right. We're going to see a lot of a volume of traffic on the roadways. We're going to see more pedestrian traffic through our school zones, and we're asking drivers to be mindful of these school zones, of these crosswalks. It's been a long summer. We haven't seen a lot of traffic in the school area, so again, start now. Be mindful of where these crosswalks are, these school zones, these community safety school zones, which are usually 40 kilometers an hour. And again, for pedestrians, for kids walking to school, we're asking parents to sit down and do a review with their kids. Talk about the safety of walking to school, the buddy system, riding your bicycle to school. Make sure you have an approved helmet on, and most importantly, refrain from running out between parked cars. There are a lot of cars that are parked along the side of the streets in the morning and in the afternoons.
You mentioned school drop-off and pick-up zones, and always a nightmare that time of day with not just for parents picking up and dropping off, but other people in the neighborhood. There's quite a collection of cars, a lot of kids running around. You really have to be careful.
That's right. We do get a lot of complaints when school starts. There's a lot of cars parked along the side streets throughout the neighborhoods, and we're asking motorists to be mindful of these parking signs. If it says do not park there, don't park there. There's a reason for that. You're either blocking a fire route or you're parking too close to a corner and obstructing traffic coming in and out of that area. So again, be mindful of where you're parking. If you have to head to the school to drop off your son or daughter, pick a location that you can park safely, and again, talk to the kids about the importance of not running out in between parked cars.
And as busy as it is for parents and kids, it's a busy couple of weeks for police as you try and keep everybody in line.
It is. It's going to be a busy week for everybody, for the police, the bus drivers, students, teachers, and our job is to make sure that first day of school is a safe day for everybody.
Anything else?
We didn't talk about school buses or.
Oh, right, school buses.
Okay.
Every year we don't get a lot of reports of it, but people not adhering to the rules when a school bus has its lights flashing.
That's right. School buses are back on the road now. Drivers have to be mindful of these school buses. When those lights are flashing, that stop sign comes out, that stop arm comes out, you have to come to a complete stop. You're obligated by law to do so. And if you fail to do so, you're looking up to almost a $500 fine. The school bus, they're there to get the kids Those school buses, they're there to get these students to school safely, and we're asking drivers to be patient. That first day of school is going to be a busy day, so pack your patience and be mindful of all the school buses that are on the roadways.
And there are a lot of eyes watching for those kinds of infractions. People take down license plate numbers because they know that people are driving. They're not likely to get caught that way.
Absolutely. We receive complaints throughout the year, actually, from people that are taking down license plates of vehicles that are running through a stop sign after the buses come to a complete stop. So again, there's other eyes on the road aside from police. We do have people that are also looking out for the safety of students on the roadways. And again, if you run that stop sign and you're not caught by the police, be mindful that someone may have caught your plate and reported you to the police.
And here's another good reminder for parents to talk with their kids about not relying on drivers necessarily slowing down and stopping, that even when they start to go out across the road, they still need to be looking both ways.
That's right. A lot of students returning to school There's a lot of students that are returning to school. There's I'm going to try that again. Okay. There's a lot of new students starting school this year. There's students that are returning that are going to be taking the bus. So we're asking the parents to review some safety tips with their kids about taking a bus to school and what's required. And when you're getting off that bus, students have to be mindful of the traffic. There are safety patrollers on board, there is the bus driver, there are the stop signs and the signals, but the students also have to make sure they look both ways before crossing the street. And if they can't see the bus driver when they get off the bus, then that means the bus driver can't see them. So again, we're also asking the students to be mindful when they're getting off the bus, pay attention to the traffic oncoming.
Let's talk about crosswalks for a minute too, because we have marked crosswalks and we have other crosswalks that aren't marked and they're optional, whereas the marked ones you have to be watching. You should be watching the other ones too, but you have to stop for somebody who's waiting to cross at a regular crosswalk.
That's right. Throughout the city of Barrie, we have numerous crosswalks that are controlled by lights, but then we also have the crosswalks that are just identified by a sign. And we're asking motorists when they come to these when they come to these crosswalks, if it's controlled by a light, you have to come to a complete stop. If you approach a crosswalk and you see people wanting to cross, but it's only controlled by a sign, have the patience and come to a complete stop. Let these pedestrians cross the crosswalk all the way before proceeding through. And again, it's packing your patience. It's going to be a busy week. Everybody's returning back to school, and sometimes these crosswalks, they are located in very busy areas. So again, when you approach this crosswalk, come to a complete stop, have the patience, let the students, let the parents get across the road safely.
Okay. Awesome.